Nathaniel Swift from Swift Center. Today I want to talk about Colorado, Deion Sanders, Shador Sanders, and just the whole thing that Deion Sanders is doing at the University of Colorado. Today, the University of Colorado, they won again, beating Nebraska 36-14. I saw a stat that they hadn't led Nebraska at the half since 2004. So as you know, that's almost 20 years ago. And one of the biggest things about college basketball is beating your rivals. And so this was another big win for the University of Colorado. As you all know, they were 1-11 last year. They started 0-2. This year they start 2-0. Um, there was a thing going around on social media about Deion Sanders. A lot of the alumni at the University of Colorado has already raised $30 million. So as you know, Deion Sanders signed a 5-year, $30 million. A lot of the money that he will receive from tickets and sponsorships were not disclosed. But the University of Colorado has already sold out their first 4 home games. And another big thing is Deion Sanders has a huge following. So my family, I have a family who she's a doctor. She's already or a therapist, and she's already bought tickets, and they were at the game today against against Nebraska University. And also a lot of my family are planning to go to the Arizona State game. So one thing about Deion Sanders, a lot of people talk about is also the University of Colorado signed a $30 million deal to go to the Big 12, to return to the Big 12. So another big thing is that we don't talk about is how much Deion Sanders not only helps the university um, because of money wise and fandom, but because of fandom and his following, how big does he help the conference play? So again, we have people buying extra tickets not only to see the University of Colorado play and sell out home games, and we have people from all over the world coming to see University of Colorado. Now we have people looking for cheaper tickets. So now they're buying the Arizona tickets, the Arizona State tickets, the Washington State tickets to see the University of Colorado. So now Deion Sanders is uplifting not just the university, but he's uplifting the whole conference. So he's just bigger than anybody thought he would ever be. And we saw something on the internet about how losing Deion Sanders as far as Jackson State and HBCUs not only hurt Jackson State, but it hurts all HBCUs because the HBCUs bought out a app to show all sports games, and we saw the viewership to see HBCU games go down. So because of Deion Sanders, and like we said, that he not only helps the university, but he helps the conferences. A lot of viewership to see not just Jackson State, but all the HBCUs or whoever Jackson State was playing has went down. So it has not only affected Jackson State, but it has affected all universities. Now, all HBC universities. Now, Jackson State recently they did get their first win, but they lost their second game to Florida A&M. And a lot of people are already talking that Jackson State's program is already on the downspin. And a lot of people knew that Deion Sanders could recruit, but it's can he coach and can he win? Can he get the right offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator in to win? And today against Nebraska, their offense struggled in the first half, but their defense played really well. And we knew in the first game that their defense struggled, but their offense played really well. And in the second half, their offense just took off. The offense took off and just kept scoring. And again, their defense played well. They gave up 14 points, but they only gave up 14. And they gave up 0 in the first half. And we see Deion Sanders seems to be playing more of a zone in certain aspects of the game to really force these quarterbacks to be accurate and to be able to fit balls into spaces. And what they're saying, we see Shador Sanders being able to fit ball over linebackers in between cornerbacks, and he's been very accurate. And they have a great running back depth. They have great wide receiver depth, and their offensive line has probably been the only thing that we kind of seen struggle in both games. Excuse me. The offensive line, it was hard to for them to block and keep Shador Sanders untouched, but still, Shador Sanders has not thrown an interception in 2 games. He threw 3 touchdowns today, and again, I believe he threw 4 touchdowns against TCU. And right now, a lot of people are saying he's the front runner for the Heisman. Um, and University of Colorado has already been attracting the #1 quarterback for the 2025 class. And there was a recruit on campus today. I didn't know exactly who the recruit was, but we seen some of the Boston Celtics NBA players talking to the recruit on camera. They're saying he's up next, he's up next. And again, with Deion Sanders fandom, he's not only drawing regular people, middle class people, upper middle class people, but he's drawing celebrities. And he did the same thing at Jackson State with Michael Strahan buying the suits for the whole team at Jackson State. Sean Puffy Combs donated $1 million to Jackson State. So Deion Sanders is just taking off on a whole nother tangent, and he just has so much fandom. And congratulations to him. He's just he's an amazing person, and wherever he goes, people want to follow him. And we've seen Shedeur Sanders do the prime time dance, and we forget that when I was growing up, a lot of the kids did that dance, and just like the gritty now that a lot of kids do. Back in the day, even in video games, when video games came out, a lot of the kids did the primetime dance. And so with Shedeur Sanders doing the primetime dance makes you forget how big and how popular Deion Sanders was and affected the world. And he's able to do it again. And he's already making more money than he made in his NFL career. Now, I don't know how much he made off endorsements, but I believe he made over $30 to $50 million over his NFL career. That's not to say what he made off endorsements, but now he's even making more money off endorsements and already reached in a 5-year deal what he made in his whole NFL career. A lot of people say that he may try to coach the Dallas Cowboys, but I hope he stays in college. I think there's so much more money to be made with endorsements and what he can do for the University of Colorado and how he can change it around. Just congratulations to Deion Sanders again. And just off, talking to and about the black community, it really hurts to lose such an influential person for HBCUs and for the black community because he could have changed everything around as far as helping HBCUs, not just Jackson State, but all HBCUs get more money. We already seen how he was able to bring the XFL and NFL to Jackson State to hold combines, and because he was held combines at Jackson State, he's able to invite all HBCU players to come to the combine, and not just Jackson State players to get seen by the NFL and the XFL and the USFL. So like I said, Deion Sanders just not only helps the school, but he helps the conference. Deion Sanders not only going to change the University of Colorado, but in this 1 year, he's going to change the Pac-12. In the following years, he's going to change the Big 12. We're going to see the Big 12 get bigger TV deals because of Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders deserves more than that 5-year, $30 million deal. And I made a comment on Facebook that he should get $100 million. Now, like I said, I don't know how much he receives off ticket sales and endorsement, but I think Deion Sanders will move into being the highest paid college football coach in the world. I think he will move to be paid higher than Nick Saban. I think Colorado and the Big 12 and the community in Boulder, Colorado will definitely get that done. Congratulations to Deion Sanders. Congratulations to his family. Congratulations to the University of Colorado. Like I said, Deion Sanders is the man. He's changing the game. He's just so influential. And I wish we could have kept him at Jackson State. I wish the black community could have raised $30 million like the University of Colorado did to keep him in Jackson State. But he deserves everything he has coming. Congratulations again. This is Nathaniel Swift from Swift City signing out. And you all have a good one.